Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Game for the ladies. What to do when your man is building. And this is it was a request by a coaching client. You know, I don't want to get too much into her particulars, but she raises a common question. Because you have many women, they're with a man and he's actually trying to build something. He's actually, he's either in school, building a business, and he doesn't have a lot of time to spend with them. Now, one thing women have to understand, because you get some women, they get caught up in, he got to give me some attention, he got to do all of this. And then what happens is a lot of times a woman will roll on that type of man, because he ain't giving them enough attention. And then get with some other dudes and find out those dudes weren't it. Meanwhile, that man who was working on something, shoot, he's arrived, he's chilling. He's also with another woman. So what has to happen is a woman has to really find it in her to stick with that man. Because understanding from the man's point of view. And whenever I get around to doing that women's channel, that's what I'm going to be telling y'all. I ain't going to be telling y'all some bull. Understand from the man's point of view. Many men out here ain't trifling. Many men out here don't want to have a bunch of kids they can't take care of. There are a great many responsible men. And I know I have a lot of sisters on here, black men. But really any man, if he's responsible, if he's a man, if he wants to take on a family, he knows he has to protect and provide. So you get many men, they're not going to try to have children until they at that point, or even really take on a relationship strong, until they know they can provide, they can do that. They want to. It's in their DNA. They built for that. So many women have to understand, hold up. If they smart, they'll let their man do it. Now, at the same time, if a man's in school, say he's in medical school, graduate school, law school, or he's just putting in long hours, putting in a business. The smart woman has to, do two things. One, just be as supportive as possible, right? Just be as supportive, right? That's the main thing. But another main issue is you might not be able to see him a lot. I mean, that's just a reality. And I know a lot of women. That attention thing, trust me, I understand it. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta think long term. You almost have to treat it like a long distance relationship type of thing. You know you're not gonna see that person all the time, but just really maximize the times you see it. So in general, be supportive. Be like, yeah, go ahead, do it. Do what you can for him. See him when you can. But understand he's going to be moving forward, and he's ultimately doing it for, a family. And if you're trying to stick with them long term, shoot, you're the one going to benefit from it. Now, that's one thing. Now, I know, just to be clear, because I know some women will get on here and say, well, what about those guys? You support them and then they move on. Yeah. Say la vie. It happens to everybody. Seriously. Seriously, that's the chance you take. Men invest in some women sometimes. I've known stories of men doing the same thing. It's going to happen, but most dudes want that loyal woman. That's why sometimes you get some men, they'll go and become millionaires or something. And they will actually go look for that woman who was cool with them before they had anything. Now, I know some people will say, why would you do that? Dude's going to do it. Just as an aside for men or women listening, if somebody does something, don't be quick to call them a simp or whatever. If you're not going to do it, you're just not going to do it. Everybody got to live their own life. So anyway, the support thing is there, but one of the main things a woman can do is really work on her own stuff. I'm going to tell you what. A man who's truly trying to build something wants a woman who's an asset to him and who's bringing something to the table listen to what I'm saying, other than good sex. Let me say that again. Now, I'm saying a man trying to build something. Now, overall, a woman, if she has her education, she has a business, that's not the first thing a man, especially a successful man, is going to look at. That's not the first thing. We're going to look at it. It's not at the top of the list. Just be real. Because if a man is a man, he's going to want his own stuff. But trust me, it's going to come on there. If you know what, you have a cooperative personality, he likes how you look, you know, well, sex is in there. Let's not just be there. As long as the sex is good, all of that. You know, he's looking at all that because in his mind, he's prepared to take care of it. But if you bring into the table, like say you have a successful business, you have a successful career, oh, we're going to factor it in. It's just not the top factor. It will never be the top factor, but trust me, it will factor in because say you get a dude, he really got something going on. He's making 6-7 figures and stuff. He don't want some freeloading woman. He wants some woman who's going to bring her own thing to the table, maybe even add to his, you know, add to his life. And just for some women who think that maybe it's all about him, a man like that, if you supporting him, he's going to tend to support you. As long as you're cool with him. That's the key. So in the meantime, what you got to do, the woman, you need to be working on your stuff, getting your stuff together. You know? Because I think that's a lot of times, that's in the situations I've seen, and I've seen some situations up close where the man was trying to work on something, do something. The woman wasn't. She don't want him to grow beyond her because she insecure that he's going to leave her. Check that video I did on women with low self-esteem. And then I got another video I'm going to do it at some point about needy women. You know, that hurts the woman. So what she need to be doing, she needs to be getting. Like, I'll give you an example. Now, there's a situation close to me, but I can't identify them too much. There was a man and woman, they got married. He was trying to go to college. She wasn't because she didn't want to go away from her family. He would have had to go to college out of town, you know. Eventually, you know, because she couldn't handle it, he had to eventually leave college and deal with her. And trust me, that caused a lot of trouble in their marriage. A lot of trouble. He's always had a resentment about that because he couldn't have been what he could have been. So the thing the woman has to do, she has to be the type of woman, she's bringing something. She's saying, okay, you know what, you're getting your degree, you're getting, you know, you're becoming a doctor, shoot, you're getting your MBA, you know, you building that business, hold up, I got some stuff I'm doing too. Basically stay busy, stay something, and then when y'all come together, that's when y'all become a real complementary thing. Because one, you're not tripping over him doing this thing because you're doing your thing too. But then when y'all bring it together, that makes it more powerful. See, that's how it's really supposed to work. Not you got your thing, he got his thing, and then y'all bring it together. Y'all might even, like if it's like some business or something, y'all might be able to merge something. So you definitely, you know what, while he building his thing, work on your stuff. Go back to school, something. You know, go back to school, get your degree, work on your stuff. Work on your happiness. You know, let him do what he going to do. Because, like I said, ultimately, he's doing it for the woman. He is doing it for the woman. And he's doing it for the future children. And really, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to say this. Women, ladies, encourage. You need to be looking for men trying to build something, trying to do something. Don't look for some guy who's just giving you all that attention right then. Look for a guy who's like thinking in the future enough, saying, look, I'm trying to be responsible, take care of my kids, take care of my family, you know? And there's plenty of, look, I'm going to say this to the ladies, there's plenty of men like that. I know a lot of women get into, there's a shortage of those men. It's like, there's plenty of them, they're just not exciting. Just to be real, they're not exciting. They go, because they so busy trying to work on something, but they can be exciting. They just not going to drop everything and give you that attention. You know, but when you have time, when y'all spending time together, you might be surprised. But they looking at the bigger picture. So that's cool. And plus, too, I'm going to tell you something else. You don't want to interfere with a man on his purpose anyway. Because like I said, like I did in that little story, he will resent you if you do. I don't care. He might stay with you or something, but if he feel like you interfered with what he was supposed to do in life, he will grow to resent you. All right? So anyway, that's it. That's it. So, you know, to summarize, if that dude's building for women who got a man who's trying to build something, he might not be able to spend time with them. Oh, you need to be working on yourself and working on your plan and all that stuff. And then if it's if y'all two meant to be together, y'all come together, and then that's a real power couple right there. Then y'all can really get some stuff together. Seriously, it's cooperation, not competition. So anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.